ask you about this week's teams, I was going to ask you about a couple individual players. McPherson, he's been one of your better scorers all year, but he's been getting a lot of goals lately. I was just wondering what you think of what he's done for you guys this year.
It's good. He's created chances all year long. And it's just the puck's gone in from there recently, which is important for us because obviously as our first line center, we need production from him and his line. So situation where we're going to need to continue to have him score goals, and it's been nice for him to get hot here lately.
Personality-wise, too, he seems like he always strikes me as kind of a mature kid. I could see him maybe being a coach or something down the road. I mean, what do you think of just his leadership abilities, too?
Good hockey. He's got a really good hockey sense. He competes so hard, eh? Sometimes it's just that sometimes there's a fine line there where it's just he gets so competitive and so gets going. That's his thing. He's got to settle into his game. And when he plays his best, he's kind of at peace. He's really calm. He's and all of a sudden his skill level really kind of takes a jump there. But he's been really good at the center position for us from coming from behind and skating. And he's been by and large our best player for most of the season.
That's it too about Howden. He's been contributing a lot offensively lately too. Is that something that's kind of a pleasant surprise? Were you expecting him to be a scoring defenseman when you brought him in here, or is it?
Well, he ran a power play in his junior league, but you never know what translates. In terms of situation, we thought maybe secondary scoring as a defenseman would be something that he'd be able to handle. He's just got a good hockey sense. A situation where I think there's still a lot of room for growth too in his offensive game. But obviously he's someone that his instincts are good in terms of jumping into the play, getting into areas, open areas for pucks. So that usually means that you're going to generate some opportunities because he gets in on the waves or beats people up ice, which affords him to get in some odd man rushes.
As far as the weekend goes too, you got the longest bus ride of the year, obviously. First with Princeton, what do you kind of expect from that matchup on Friday? I know that you guys had a good win here. I'm sure that they'll be pretty fired up to have a better showing.
Yeah, well, you know what, that game came down. They might have even out chances by 1 or 2 in that game here. I thought the goaltending was just he had an off night. It happens in the league, right? So I think the score was very misleading as to what that game was. I think watching them on tape, they're a hot team right now. They went into Colgate Cornell last weekend. And it's a situation where they're figuring out ways to win games at this stage of the year. Every game is hard. They've been really good at home in terms of situation. They've had some good wins at home. So the building's small. They play. They're really backside pressure hard. So they're going to be honest. We're going to have to move pucks. We're going to have to be really smart with the puck on the weekend because both teams are really good at taking time and space from you and making you make good plays. If you turn pucks over, they're both deadly. And they both have good players, high-end offensive players that we're going to have to be aware of.
Yeah, I knew when you played them the first time you were impressed with Quinnipiac. What do you think now? You see that they're up there number 1 in the nation. What's that mean for the league too to have a team?
Well, I think it's fantastic. I think they're deserving of it. You watch, they've been consistent. The thing about their record, which tells you, is they don't take many nights off. They've got a good team, but they're consistent with their effort and their execution. So obviously, it's with looking at that, it's going to be a hard-fought game. But we're focused on Friday right now. That's a very important game for us, and we'll turn the page to Saturday. But obviously, it's a fantastic opportunity when you get a chance to play a number 1 team in the country. Not a whole lot of times in the course of your career will you get that opportunity, and obviously this is a real good one here right now. But like I said, we're going to focus on Princeton here and then try to take advantage of that and take care of our business there and then move on to Quinnipiac with a great opportunity on Saturday to play that team.
The last thing I was asked about was just, how have you liked about the way their teams responded to Saturday's game? That was kind of a tough loss. Have you liked what you've seen in practice, the last couple of days in response?
Well, we're pretty consistent in practice. It was one of those games where it got away from us there with the second goal, and we didn't handle that. We talked about that more than anything else. Was just the fact that we didn't handle the prosperity of a Friday night win, and then when we're trying to get back in the game, we just it went south on us pretty quick, and we have to be more mature than that and battle in terms of situation. We battled hard in the third period, but we just let the game get away from us with penalty trouble and frustration. That really is to kind of short our stripes there. We can't be doing that. Our discipline had been good for a bit, and we got to get back to that because that's obviously a focal point with our special teams. Our power plays turned the corner for a large part. Didn't score on Saturday, but for the most part, we've been scoring regularly in games. We've got to continue that trend, but our penalty kill has to get a lot better. And but why not take it out of the equation at a certain point and not give them a whole lot of opportunities? And we certainly gave them opportunities on Saturday.
Thanks.